Welcome to the Unapologetic Mompreneur, the podcast for mums with an online business who are ready to take back their time, home, business, and self so they can restore the balance and thrive, both at home and at work, without feeling like they have to choose between the two. I'm your host, Sarah Dew, life and biz coach for mompreneurs. I'm also a mum, stepmom, wife, introvert, breast cancer survivor, and your mentor for making a change for the better. I've learned how to go from surviving to thriving and unapologetically create a business I love and the life I want for me and my family without worrying about what other people think. And now I'm here to help you do the same. Because being an unapologetic mompreneur doesn't mean that we're selfish or that we don't care about others. It simply means that we are not afraid to show up as our true, authentic selves, to step into our purpose, do what we know is right for ourselves and the ones we love, and take the steps we need to take to make our dream life and business a reality. Join me each week where I'll be sharing all of my best tips and strategies, plus the occasional dose of tough but gentle love to help you feel empowered, motivated, and confident to take action so that you can become the mum, wife, biz owner, and woman you know you are meant and deserve to be. So, are you ready to unapologetically create a business and life you love? Let's do this. Hey there, and welcome to episode 18 of the Unapologetic Mompreneur podcast. In today's episode, I want to share with you my goal setting hack for business success. If you feel like your quarterly goal planning or 90-day plans and all of that stuff doesn't work for you, I have something in this episode that I'm going to share with you that is going to change everything. This is a strategy that I started using towards the end of summer last year, and it has totally changed the way I run my business and the way that I am able to thrive both at home and at work, and design a business that really fits around my family life and that helps allow the two to really fit together without rubbing up against each other or making me feel like I'm neglecting one or the other. Trust me when I say that this strategy has been absolutely game-changing for me. And so if you feel like you are constantly playing catch up, or anytime you are finally finding to start to get your groove in your business, but then one of the kids gets sick or it's holiday time again and everything has to go on pause, I hear you. And this strategy is really going to help you change all of that and design a business and set goals and crush goals that fit around everything else in your life so that you can really truly see the success that you want to see in your business, but still thrive at home and still have that much needed quality time with your kids and time for yourself without feeling torn between home and work and feeling guilty every time you turn on your laptop. Get ready to switch things around, to turn things on their head, to throw out all the rule books when it comes to quarterly planning, quarterly goals, and 90-day years, and to create something that truly fits around and works for us as a mompreneur. This episode is the start of a 3-part mini-series that I am sharing to kickstart your year and set you up for New Year's success so that you can crush your goals both at home and in your business in 2024. Today's episode is all about the goal setting hack for biz success. Next week, I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite framework, my favorite strategy to help you go from goal setter to goal getter and crush your goals. And then the final part 3 is going to be all about those beliefs and limiting beliefs and excuses that stop us from achieving our goals and how to push past them so that you can hit that finishing line without falling at the last hurdle. And so if you're not already subscribed to the podcast, go and do that now so that you know and you're the first to know when these episodes come out, because trust me when I say they are really going to set you up for game-changing success heading into the new year. And any time that you want to hit that reset button and take quick stock of where you're at, or you're struggling and feeling like you're losing momentum in your goals, come back and listen to these 3 episodes, this 3-part mini series, because it is going to give you everything you need to set you up for success, to dive in and make sure that those goals that you're setting are not only resonate, but are going to get you to where you want to be in your business and at home. And also give you the strategies you need to push past any time that you have any resistance, or you're lacking motivation, or you feel like you're hitting yourself with excuses and you're finding it hard to keep going and accomplish your goals. These 3 episodes are going to give you everything you need to go from goal setter to goal getter and achieve goal crushing success like a pro every single time. So when it comes to setting goals in your business and it comes to managing your business, and you're looking at all of these quarterly strategies, and everybody talks about Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, and even the 90-day year of working in 12-week sprints in your business. Do you ever feel like, or have you tried working with these and you find that they do not work for you? That you are constantly playing catch up, that in actual fact, everything runs around your family instead, and trying to fit your business around these quarterly plans when the quarters don't fit how family life runs? If this is you, then this is the episode that you are going to want to listen to, because I have been working hard on following and devising a strategy for the last few months that totally throws the rule book out of the window when it comes to quarterly goal setting, to quarterly planning, and 90-day year sprints. Because those strategies are all very well and the concepts in them are great. There is real good merit in seeing running a year January to December, to breaking it down into quarters, to doing quarterly planning and working on your goals on a quarterly basis, and even using those 90-day year strategies and having the 12-week sprints to help you get work done. But they weren't working for me, and I was getting so stressed, and I was trying to set my goals and looking at when the months were breaking down, and it just did not fit with how my family life was running. And especially with Harrison being at school, it just did not fit with his school year. So when you come to set your goals, particularly when you look at like Q3, and that is July, August, September, well, I would be setting goals to hit for September as the last month of Q3. But for him, that included the summer break, and I was trying to work on goals over the summer when really I wanted to be with my kids and do things with my family and take some time off. But September was then the final month of Q3. But for Harrison, it was the first month of his school year, and I was trying to finish goals and play catch up and feeling like I was always behind before what I wanted to achieve by Christmas, because that was the end month of Q3, when really it was the start of the year. It was the start of the school year, and I should have been setting and working on, and I realized that if I wanted to really crush my year, that should be at the start of a session, a section, a term, not the tail end of a quarter. And that's really what triggered this for me, is just like, why are these quarterly plannings not working? Why do I feel like I'm constantly playing catch up? Why do I feel like every time I get into my groove and I start to gain some momentum, all of a sudden it's a week's time, it's another school holiday, and I haven't done what I wanted, and the panic mode, the overwhelm would start to set in. I'd feel like I was behind. I'd feel like I was playing catch up. And it just made it super, super stressful, that I felt like I could never get any headway in my business. I could never make any progress, because as soon as I was set to do something, it was another school holiday. And I just thought, this is crazy, because some of the end of the quarter weeks would fall midway between the Easter break or midway through the summer holidays. Or suddenly I would be starting Q4 in October, but I only had 2 weeks to work on my goals, and then it was half-term break. And it was just like one of these days I woke up in the summer holidays and I just thought, this is not working. This is not working. I have got to do something to set up a new strategy, a new way of working, and a new way of planning and working on my business that fits around my family. because as mompreneurs running our businesses and choosing to start a business, we do that because we want the time freedom and the financial freedom to spend time with our kids. We don't want it so that we're working every hour under the sun and that we never get time to spend with family, or that our businesses are always calling the shots. We need to find as mompreneurs something that allows us to have family life and home life and business life all fit together so that they are not rubbing each other up the wrong way and that we're not feeling torn. And I realized that the key to thriving both at home and at work was doing just that, was finding a strategy that worked for me, that meant throwing all of the traditional goal setting and goal planning and ways of running our businesses out the window and rewriting that rule book, of writing it away that worked for me. And what I want to share with you today is what I came up with. And I have been road testing that now for the past few months. And I can't tell you the difference it has made for me in my business and with my family as well. This new strategy, as well as throwing out the rule book with the quarterly planning, the quarterly goal setting, and the 90-day years, also helps me to stop feeling, I no longer feel like I'm behind. I no longer feel like I'm constantly playing catch up. And I am all set that when it comes to a holiday, for being off with the school holidays, I have that time to take off. And that is one of the biggest benefits, because with this strategy and this goal planning strategy for managing your business, I am able to, and you will be able to, take time off and enjoy every school holiday. And you can spend that time with your kids guilt-free with absolutely no impact to your business, because this strategy takes into account what your family's needs are, what your kids' academic year looks like, and then molding your business around that and taking those terms that your kids have at school and using those as term time goal setting planning sessions instead of quarterly years. So instead of breaking your year down into quarters, we break it down around the school term. My first guilt-free break that I had this year was the October half-term break. The one that I'm looking forward to most, though, is having the whole of the summer off next year, all because of this way of running my business. I am so excited about this. So how do we throw away that rule book? How do we throw away the idea of that quarterly planning, quarterly goal setting, the 90-day years, and create a goal strategy and a planning strategy and way of managing our business that fits around home and family lives and the unique needs of being a mompreneur? The first is to completely change how you look at what a year is for you and how you are setting your yearly goals. So instead of looking at your year starting in January until December, it is the school year. What is the school year for you? Now, I know it's a little bit different in the US, but here in the UK, our school year, our academic year, runs from September until the end of July. And so by turning things on its head and not looking at quarterly planning, but actually looking at it as my school year, my business year is September to the middle of July. And so I break my goals down based on the school terms. Now, Harrison has 3 school terms. He has an autumn term, which runs from September until December. He has a spring term, which runs from January until April time. And then he has the summer term, which is April until July. And that is how I break my goals down. My year runs from September until mid-July. And then I set my goals down based on 3 terms. Instead of 4 quarters, it is 3 terms. And I will look at that and I think, right, my goals go from September to December. Then my next round of goals is from January until April. And then my next round of goals runs from April until mid-July. And doing it that way, I then look at the number of weeks that I have in that term and I break my goals down according to those weeks. And then each of those terms has a half-term break. So in the first term that runs from September until December, there is an October half-term break, a 1-week break. And that is my midway point where I look at and I check in on my goals and I see where I'm at and if I'm on progress. And then I will review my goals. And then for that remaining time after the half-term break from October to December, I know what I need to do to work on my goals and get me where I need to be to set me up so that I can then take Christmas off. Now, this strategy is all about tweaking it to fit your own needs. So look at your calendars and ask yourself, what is the academic year for you and your kids? And then use the terms that they have to use that as your time session for planning your goals. And then use the half-term break as that mid-term check-in point so that you can see where you're at and what you need to accomplish going forward. Setting your goals on a term-by-term basis that fits around the academic year, instead of trying to do it January to December and having it on a quarterly 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, makes such a difference, because our needs as a mompreneur are so unique and so different. They don't fit in with the same, when people that don't have children, and it doesn't matter to them because they're not dictated by all of the summer breaks, all of the holiday breaks, all of the Christmas breaks, all of the half-term breaks. Those breaks, when we try and work in quarterlies, interrupt our flow, and it makes it hard for us to get everything done. But it also makes it difficult for us to feel like we can spend quality time with our kids because we're halfway through a quarter and we haven't done what we needed to do. And so doing it this way really throws the rulebook out the window, and it helps us to design a goal-setting strategy that works around our lives. It works around our families and the needs of our families. And so if you feel like the quarterly planning sessions don't work for you, if you feel like the quarterly goal settings don't work for you, and if you feel like the 90-day year 12-week sprints don't work for you, give this strategy a try. Take a look at when the academic year is for you and your family, and set your goals and your year for your business to match the academic year for your kids. That was an absolute game changer for me. And I cannot tell you how that has relieved the stress for me, that I now look at my goals and my business year is September to mid-July. And then when it gets to mid-July, I am done for the year, and I don't count August in my plans. I'm going to be sharing another podcast very soon where I break this down even further of what I do each week. But I get to the end of the year for me, the end of the academic year for Harrison, and that is our summer break. And I do what I need to do in the run up to that to prep and pave so that things can relatively run on autopilot for me, like having my subscriber emails scheduled out, my social media posts scheduled out, so that I can just let my business tick over when everybody else is thinking about summer. And the beauty of this is that it fits the seasons with everybody else as well, that when you are taking downtime, the quiet time over Christmas, because people are focusing on time with family and friends, the summer when everybody is thinking about summer, and business tends to drop a bit because they're more interested in being out and taking their holidays and things. It fits around all of this, and it allows you to have that much needed time too. Imagine being able to have every single holiday break with your kids and spend it with them guilt-free without any impact on your business. This is the strategy that will help you to do that, to set your business year to match the academic year that your kids have, and to use the terms that they have as this effectively your quarters, so that you break them down into those term times. So for us, it's that autumn term, that spring term, and that summer term. And then using the midterm breaks as your midterm check-in to see where you're at with your goals and what you need to set going forward, so that you can get to where you want to be and achieve what you want to achieve in your business by the end of that term. This has been absolutely game-changing for me and my family, and it's taken away all of the stress. I don't feel like I'm behind. I don't feel like I'm playing catch up. And I know that I get to spend quality time with my kids. Now, if this sounds great, but a little bit overwhelming, I hear you. My Unapologetic Mompreneur Power Hours are perfect for this. Come and sign up for one of those and sit down with me. And within 60 minutes, I will help you have this strategy nailed out. We'll sit down, we'll take a look at the academic calendar. We'll look at how the terms fill out. We'll look at the number of weeks that you have in each term, when your midterms breaks are, so that you can then set the goals and break them down to fit in with those term times. So there's no playing catch up, no feeling like you're left behind, and no feeling like you're failing, and no feeling like you are being torn between your kids and your laptop, so that you can enjoy each of the breaks your kids are at home and those precious times they're on school holidays guilt-free, knowing that it has no impact on your business. If you feel like one of those Mompreneur Power Hours would be great for you to get this set up, you'll find the link in the show notes. Come and sign up for one, and let's get cracking on throwing away the rule book and rewriting your own rules to creating a term time academic year, business year strategy that is going to set you up for goal-crushing success. I'm here for you. If you've got any questions about this strategy, let me know. Send me a message over, send me a DM over on Instagram at the Unapologetic Mompreneur, and I am here for you. Make sure you are subscribed to this podcast, because I'm going to be sharing a lot more episodes over the coming weeks and months of how this strategy works, and sharing my findings and the tweaks that I'm making as I'm going on and refining it. I'm also going to be hosting a live training where I will take you through it and actually help you to set it up, coming on later on in the spring. So make sure you're subscribed to this podcast. Come and join my email list as well. You'll find the link to sign up for my Subscribed 5 to Thrive email Sunday series, so that you can stay up to speed of what's going on and be the first to know when that live training takes place. And if you want some help, some one-on-one help with implementing and setting yourself up with this strategy for the year to set you up for your success, then come and sign up for one of my Unapologetic Mompreneur Power Hours. Here's to throwing away the rulebook and creating something that works for us as mompreneurs. And I look forward to chatting with you in the next episode. Bye for now. Thank you so much for joining me for another installment of the Unapologetic Mompreneur podcast. If you like what you heard, be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you never miss an episode. And if you have a moment, I would love for you to leave me a rating and a review so that other mompreneurs can find this podcast too. Here's to unapologetically becoming the mum, wife, biz owner, and woman you know you are meant and deserve to be. I can't wait to chat with you in the next episode. Bye for now.